Yeah, so it's a kind of landmark move. The government has opened the door for private sector professionals to apply for top leadership roles in public sector banks and even state-run insurers, including the MD position at SBI, a first in Indian banking history. And of course, the reforms will be seen as a major shift in how leadership positions such as MD and CEOs are selected across India public financial institutions. So according to the letter reviewed by NDTV Profit, the appointment committee of cabinet has approved revised consolidated guidelines for the appointment of full-time director. This includes chairpersons, CEOs, MDs, executive directors in public sector banks as well as state-run insurance companies. Under the new framework, the private sector candidate can now apply for SBI MD position, provided that they meet stringent eligibility criteria. So they also kind of underline the criteria, which includes that applicants must have at least 21 years of professional experience, including a minimum of 15 years in banking, and must have served either 2 years at the board level of a bank or 3 years at the highest level below the board. The Financial Services Institution Bureau, which is FSIB, the body responsible for recommending candidates for top sector appointments, has been also empowered to engage with independent HR agencies to access and assess all these private sector applicants. So this is very important shift when DFS, department under Finance Ministry, has formally communicated after the ACC has cleared this entire revised norm to public sector banks and insurers, outlining that this is a revised appointment procedure, and perhaps we could see some appointment coming as some of the MDs roles, especially at SBI, Tamanna, is coming for renewal. So that could perhaps open a door for private sector candidates to come into institutions like SBI.
I have a quick follow-up. There has been an experiment with private sector candidates in regulators as well. And let's just talk about SEBI. And the word is still out on how that worked out or didn't work out. What are the guardrails in place for inducting private sector candidates into this space? What is the key reasoning behind it?
So that's what, in fact, the ACC has put out a very stringent guidelines which they have to kind of meet if they are applying for any public sector institution, including SBI. So what they are essentially saying that you have to meet certain criteria like 21 years of professional experience, but that will also include at least 15 years in banking and in fact 2 years at board level. Again, this is very crucial criteria, and plus 3 years at the highest level below the board. They are opening up, Tamanna, private sector candidate for, in public sector institution, but they are keeping, very tough criteria in mind. You have to have that expertise to come into, PSBs or even state-run insurers.
Shimi, these things are never done until they are done, but very quickly, 30-second view, is there some sense of the timelines by which this could effectively come into play?
So the notification has already, so the ACC has already cleared this, the entire revised norms, and basis of that, the DFS, which is the Department of Financial Services under Finance Ministry, has written to all PSB. So it's, effective from this month only. It depends on when the position is coming up and when the position is vacant, so that all the public sector institutions will start engaging with all the HR, and outsourced HR rather, who can assess those private candidates to, if they want to induct them on their board or for the important position like whole-time director or ED position and even CEO and MD position.
Okay. Thank you for